At least you give value to your time by clicking this content, rather than watching unessential things for your mind. But at the end of this lesson, it's up to you if you will apply this into your life and make some changes. Because at the core of Stoicism lies an idea so simple yet so transformative, placing the common good over personal gain. Now that might sound like a no-brainer, but in a world marked by self-interest and corruption, it's a radical concept. Panaetius's message was clear: serve the common good, act selflessly for the benefit of others, no matter your role in society. It was a philosophy that encouraged everyone to be a steward of the common good, transcending personal ambitions. The impact of these Stoic teachings echoed through history, shaping the destiny of Roman society for over 3 centuries. Stoicism proved that ethical principles had the power to transform not only individual lives, but also the course of entire civilizations. What does this journey into Roman Stoicism teach us? It reminds us of the timeless power of ethical principles. It encourages us to serve the common good, to act selflessly for the benefit of others. It extends the concept of leadership beyond conventional roles, reminding us that we can make a difference every day. And it reinforces the idea that our actions today have the potential to create a legacy that endures through time. Remember that the lessons of the past have the power to light our path into the future. So let's talk about it. First, Zeno's emphasis on the moral compass. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads, facing numerous paths that life offers. Each path leads to different destinations, and the choices you make along the way determine where you end up. This is the essence of life's journey, and Zeno, the founding father of Stoicism, had a profound insight to share about navigating this intricate maze. Zeno believed that at the core of our existence, there's a moral compass, a guiding light that helps us distinguish between right and wrong, between self-interest and ethical behavior. He emphasized that our pursuit of self-interest should never overshadow our commitment to living virtuously. In a world often preoccupied with personal gain, Zeno's teachings stand as a timeless reminder of the importance of ethical conduct. He didn't advocate a life of self-deprivation or altruism to the point of neglecting oneself. Instead, he encouraged us to strike a balance where self-interest aligns harmoniously with moral principles. The significance of ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is the cornerstone of Stoicism, and Zeno's emphasis on this aspect reverberates through the ages. In the context of marriage, Zeno highlighted the importance of fostering relationships based on respect, mutual understanding, and support. It's not just about saying "I do" and then going on with life. It's about nurturing the bonds of matrimony, ensuring that the partnership is built on trust and empathy. Zeno teaches us that the quality of our relationships directly impacts our inner tranquility and happiness. When it comes to family, he stressed the significance of our roles as parents, children, siblings, and relatives. It's about fulfilling our responsibilities with love, care, and integrity. It's recognizing that family is not just a group of individuals who share blood ties, but a fundamental unit of society where values and virtues are cultivated and passed down through generations. In the realm of business, Zeno was a proponent of ethical dealings. He believed that one's professional life should be an extension of their moral values. Business decisions should not be solely guided by profit margins, but should consider fairness, honesty, and integrity. Ethical business practices are not a hindrance to success, but the foundation upon which a flourishing and sustainable enterprise is built, balancing self-interest and virtue. So, how does Zeno's wisdom inspire us today? In our modern world, we are often bombarded with messages that prioritize personal gain, competition, and self-centeredness. While self-interest is a natural part of our human nature, Stoicism, as espoused by Zeno, reminds us that it should not overshadow our commitment to virtue. Striking a balance between self-interest and ethical living is the key to a fulfilling life. We must recognize that our actions and choices affect not only our own well-being, but the well-being of our family, our communities, and society as a whole. Zeno's teachings encourage us to approach life's decisions with the question: is this choice aligned with my moral compass? When faced with dilemmas in marriage, family, or business, remember to ask yourself whether your actions resonate with the values of respect, empathy, fairness, and honesty. Personal motivation from Zeno's wisdom. 1. Inner harmony. Striving to balance self-interest and virtue leads to inner harmony. It's about experiencing peace of mind, knowing that your actions align with your moral compass. 2. Resilience. Zeno's teachings encourage resilience. Life often throws challenges our way, but when our decisions are based on ethical principles, we find the strength to overcome adversity. 3. Long-lasting relationships. In your journey, prioritize building deep and long-lasting relationships. By applying ethical values in your interactions, you nurture bonds that bring lasting joy and support. 4. A legacy of integrity. Zeno's philosophy teaches us to live with integrity. Your legacy should be one of ethical conduct, inspiring those who follow to do the same. 5. A fulfilling life. Ultimately, Zeno's lesson is that living ethically leads to a fulfilling life. It's not just about success or wealth. It's about the contentment that comes from knowing you've walked the path of virtue. As we continue this, my friend, subscribe to our channel as we build this community. Second, the foundation of a strong society. Imagine a society as a grand structure standing tall and resilient. It's not built with bricks and mortar, but with something far more profound: ethical choices. Zeno, the founding figure of Stoicism, recognized the significance of these choices and their profound impact on society. Zeno believed that at the heart of every vibrant and harmonious society lies the collective strength of its individuals. It's not grand architectural marvels or technological advancements that define a society's greatness. Instead, it's the ethical choices made by its citizens in the realms of marriage, family, and business that lay the foundation for a thriving and cohesive community. Let's break down how ethical choices in these three key areas play a pivotal role in creating a strong society. Zeno understood that the strength of any society begins with the strength of its families. Marriages built on trust, respect, and mutual support are the pillars of a healthy society. Ethical choices in marriage involve commitment, empathy, and a deep sense of responsibility toward one's partner. When couples nurture a relationship based on these principles, they create a nurturing environment for themselves and their children. Strong families, in turn, contribute to the stability and well-being of the entire community. 2. Family. The family unit is the nucleus of any society. It's where values, morals, and virtues are first instilled. Ethical choices in family life encompass being a responsible parent, a caring child, a supportive sibling, and a dutiful relative. When each member of the family embraces their role with love and integrity, they not only promote family harmony but also pass on these values to the next generation. Thus, ethical family choices become the generational bridge that carries the legacy of virtue. 3. Business ethics. Zeno was a proponent of ethical conduct in business affairs. He believed that our professional lives should be an extension of our moral values. Ethical choices in business involve fairness, honesty, and integrity in all dealings. When businesses operate with ethical standards, they not only build trust with their customers and partners, but also contribute to a just and transparent economic environment. This, in turn, supports the prosperity of the society at large. The role of each individual. Zeno's teachings remind us that the strength of society is not some distant concept, but a collective outcome of individual choices. The ethical choices you make in your personal life ripple out into your community, creating a positive impact. In your marriage, consider how trust, empathy, and respect are the cornerstones of a strong partnership. When you and your spouse embrace these values, you not only build a harmonious family, but also contribute to the broader tapestry of society's well-being. Within your family, whether you're a parent, child, sibling, or relative, understand that your actions and choices shape the family's dynamics. Embrace your role with love and integrity, recognizing that the values you uphold echo through the generations. In your professional life, practice business ethics that go beyond profits and embrace fairness and honesty. By doing so, you not only foster trust, but also play a part in creating an equitable economic environment for your community. What motivation can we draw from Zeno's wisdom on the foundation of a strong society? Community building Your ethical choices play a vital role in building a strong and harmonious community. Remember that the small actions you take in your daily life can have a significant impact on the world around you. 2. Generational legacy. By making ethical choices within your family, you're not only nurturing a loving environment, but also passing on the legacy of virtue to the next generation. Your family becomes a cradle of values that shape the society of tomorrow. 3. Business with integrity. In your professional life, operating with ethics and integrity is not only good for business, but also contributes to a just and transparent economic landscape. You're part of the driving force behind a prosperous society. 4. Individual empowerment. Do Zeno's teachings empower you as an individual? They remind you that your choices matter, and you have the ability to positively influence your community and society as a whole. 3. Role ethics by Panaetius. A path to the common good. Let's picture this. You standing at the crossroads of life, faced with a multitude of roles. You're not just an individual. You're a partner, a parent, a friend, and a professional. Each role carries its own weight, responsibilities, and expectations. How you navigate these roles not only defines your character, but also shapes the society you're part of. This intricate balance of roles and responsibilities was a concept that Panaetius, an influential Stoic philosopher, held dear. His teachings on role ethics have left an indelible mark on the Stoic philosophy and offer us profound insights into leading a life driven by purpose, virtue, and the common good. Panaetius believed that our existence is intertwined with others in a complex web of relationships. Our actions have the power to impact not just our lives, but also the lives of those around us. It's in understanding this intricate connection that we find the core of his role ethics, the duty to act for the common good. To Panaetius, the pursuit of personal gain, while tempting, pales in comparison to the collective welfare of society. He urged individuals, especially the young leaders of Roman society, to prioritize actions that benefit the community over actions driven solely by self-interest. The ethical model for leaders. Panaetius' teachings weren't just philosophical musings. They were a practical guide for leaders, a blueprint for those who would hold positions of influence and power. He emphasized that leadership wasn't merely a privilege. It was a profound responsibility. As a leader, your decisions, both big and small, have a ripple effect on society. In a society that was gradually succumbing to self-interest and the misuse of power, Panaetius' ethical model came as a breath of fresh air. It was a timely message, reminding leaders that their positions were platforms for the betterment of the common good, not tools for personal enrichment. Striving for a greatness of soul. Panaetius believed that every individual has an innate desire for leadership, not in the sense of ruling over others, but in the sense of contributing to society. He saw leadership as an opportunity to be a force for good, to bring benefit to others, and to contribute to the well-being of the community. The greatness of soul, an aropsousia that Panaetius envisioned, was not about amassing wealth or power, but about striving to make the world a better place. It was about leading with integrity, empathy, and a deep sense of responsibility for the common good. The modern relevance of role ethics. You might wonder, what does this ancient philosophy have to do with my life today? Well, the relevance of role ethics extends far beyond the Roman era. In our complex, interconnected world, the roles we play in our lives are numerous and influential. Whether you're a parent guiding your children, a manager leading a team, a friend offering support, or a citizen participating in your community, you hold roles that have a collective impact. Panaetius' wisdom encourages us to carry out these roles with purpose, integrity, and a commitment to the common good. What motivation can we derive from Panaetius' role ethics? Be a force for good. Recognize that you have the power to influence the common good through your actions and decisions. Embrace your roles with the intention of making a positive impact on society. 2. Prioritize the common good. In moments of choice, when personal gain and the common good stand on opposite sides, choose the path that benefits the larger community. Remember that your actions can resonate far beyond your immediate circle. 3. Leadership as responsibility. If you hold a position of leadership, whether at work or in your community, see it as a responsibility to guide and serve, not to exploit. Lead with integrity, empathy, and the greater good in mind. 4. Strive for greatness of soul. Understand that greatness isn't defined by wealth or power alone. It's about being a force for positive change, contributing to the well-being of society, and leaving a legacy of virtue. 4th, innate desire for leadership. A journey toward a greater soul. Imagine for a moment that you're not just a passive participant in life's grand theater. You're not merely going through the motions, reacting to circumstances, but rather you have an inherent desire, a calling to be a leader. Now, don't let the word leader conjure images of generals on battlefields or CEOs in boardrooms. Leadership, as Panaetius envisioned it, is something far more profound and accessible to each one of us. Beyond conventional leadership, the essence of Panaetius's philosophy lies in his belief that leadership goes beyond conventional notions. It isn't solely about standing at the helm of armies or corporations. Instead, it's about embracing leadership in a broader sense, a leadership of the soul. Think of the myriad roles you play in your life, no matter how seemingly insignificant. A parent guiding a child, a friend offering a listening ear, a neighbor extending a helping hand, or a colleague fostering collaboration. In all these roles, you have the potential for leadership. Leadership in nurturing support, understanding, and kindness. Striving for greatness of soul. What does it mean to strive for a greatness of soul? It means seeking a form of leadership that isn't measured in titles, wealth, or power, but in the impact you make on the lives of others. It's about recognizing that your existence is woven into the intricate tapestry of society. Every action, every decision, and every role you embrace has the potential to ripple out and touch the lives of those around you. So, how do we begin this journey toward a greatness of soul, toward a form of leadership that leaves a lasting and positive mark on the world? Leadership of virtue. Panaetius's concept of leadership was deeply rooted in virtue. He believed that a leader, irrespective of the scale of their leadership, should be guided by principles of ethics and morality. It's about making choices and taking actions that stem from a place of goodness, kindness, and a commitment to the well-being of others. Your leadership, whether as a parent, a mentor, a friend, or a community member, can set an example for those around you. It can inspire others to embrace their roles with a sense of responsibility toward the greater good. It's a leadership that isn't driven by personal gain, but by the desire to contribute to the well-being of society. The ripple effect of leadership. One of the most powerful aspects of Panaetius's message is the recognition that your leadership, no matter how modest, has a ripple effect. Your kind words can uplift a friend's spirits. Your mentorship can inspire a colleague's growth. Your involvement in community activities can strengthen the bonds of your neighborhood. In embracing your innate desire for leadership, you create a positive chain reaction. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of humanity. When one person takes a step toward virtuous leadership, it encourages others to follow suit. Your actions become a source of inspiration for those around you. Motivation from the desire for leadership. Now, let's draw some motivation from this timeless Stoic concept. 1. You are a leader. Accept that you're a leader. Regardless of your position or title, your everyday actions, decisions, and interactions are opportunities for leadership. 2. Lead with virtue. Embrace the leadership of virtue. Let ethical principles guide your actions and make choices that stem from kindness, compassion, and a commitment to the common good. 3. Inspire others. Understand that your leadership, no matter how small, can inspire others. Your actions have the power to create a positive ripple effect, influencing those around you to embrace their roles with responsibility and virtue. 4. Leave a lasting mark. Consider the impact you want to leave on the world. Strive for a greatness of soul that extends beyond personal gain. Your leadership can contribute to the well-being of society and leave a legacy of virtue. In doing so, you'll find that you have the power to create positive change in the world, one virtuous leadership act at a time. 5th, Stoicism's influence in Roman society. A lesson in timeless ethics. Have you ever wondered how enduring principles of virtue can shape not just individual lives, but the very fabric of society? Let's journey into the heart of Stoicism, where the ethical model of Panaetius played a pivotal role in shaping one of history's most influential societies. Rome. The power of ethical principles. At the core of Panaetius's teachings was the profound idea that our actions should be guided by ethical principles for the common good, rather than driven by personal gain. It's a concept that seems simple yet holds the potential to transform the very essence of society. Imagine living in a society marked by self-interest and corruption, where personal enrichment often overshadowed the welfare of the community. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? This was the backdrop of Rome during Panaetius's time, a society on the brink, desperately in need of an ethical compass. Common good over personal gain. Panaetius's message was clear. We should all strive to serve the common good, to act selflessly for the benefit of others, no matter the capacity in which we serve. In a world obsessed with individual pursuits, this was a radical idea. It meant putting aside personal ambition and considering the welfare of the entire community. The Stoic ethical model, under Panaetius' guidance, became a beacon of hope in the Roman society. It wasn't just a philosophical idea. It was a practical guide for living a life of purpose and virtue. It called upon each individual to become a steward of the common good. Leadership beyond conventional roles. Panaetius emphasized that everyone has a natural desire for leadership, but leadership wasn't limited to commanding armies or acquiring wealth. It extended to roles we often overlook. A mentor guiding a younger colleague, a neighbor fostering unity in the community, a friend providing emotional support. It was a call to see leadership as a broad spectrum, where each one of us could make a difference. Whether you were a senator in the grand halls of Rome or a merchant in the bustling markets, you had a role to play in serving the common good. Stoicism's enduring legacy and the impact of Panaetius's teachings reverberated through the annals of history. Stoicism, with its ethical underpinnings, remained influential at the highest levels of Roman society for over 3 centuries. It was a beacon of hope that transcended personal ambition and placed the common good at the forefront. So what can we learn from this remarkable journey into the heart of Roman Stoicism? 1. The power of ethical principles. Never underestimate the power of ethical principles. They have the potential to transform not just individual lives, but entire societies. 2. Serving the common good. Consider the idea of serving the common, of acting selflessly for the benefit of others. It's a radical concept that has the potential to bring about positive change. 3. Leadership in everyday roles. Recognize that leadership extends beyond conventional roles. In your everyday life, you have the opportunity to lead, to make a difference, and to serve the common good. 4. Enduring legacy. Understand that the influence of ethical principles, like those in Stoicism, can endure through centuries. Your actions today can create a legacy that transcends time. Remember the profound influence of Stoicism in Roman society. Let it serve as a reminder that timeless ethical principles have the power to shape not just individual destinies, but the destiny of entire societies. And you'll find that you have the potential to create a lasting legacy of virtue and service, no matter our role in society, just as the Stoics did in Rome. As we move forward, let's carry these lessons with us, shaping our destinies and those of generations to come. And that's it, my friend. Consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you.